Have you ever been watching TV or a movie and thought, man, it would be really cool if I was in that world? Well, this is a movie from the early 90s that did exactly that. Stay tuned.
3 Men and Rosemary's Baby.
The salesman said we get a lot of shows you can't get on regular TV.
So the basic concept of this movie, we have a couple that aren't really getting along, a married couple. They've got 2 kids. The dad, played by John Ritter, is obsessed with TV. In fact, they even call him a watcher.
When I married you, you were a doer. And now all you are is a watcher.
The wife just despises his love for TV, and he neglects her. Well, Jeffrey Jones, basically the villain of all 90s movies, strolls up and has the offer of the decade.
Your new controller. Your passport to the ultimate television adventure.
You get a 44-inch CRT TV with Dolby sound.
A new TV?
Straight from the Temple of High Tech. Make this thing look like a Philco, you know?
And 666 channels. It comes with a catch. Him and his wife get sucked through the satellite dish into this demonic, weird world of TV shows. It's like our TV shows, but just slightly off.
Welcome to Northern Overexposure, the story of a young doctor from New York who comes to Alaska, complains about everything, and freezes to death.
Is the deal with Satan?
Some people would give their souls for a system like this.
Satan wants his souls, and Spike here is the guy who's delivering it through the old boob tube.
And now their kids need to figure out how they can get them back. What's the best part about this movie is the fact that they consistently jump from different show to show.
Yeah, to survive.
You don't hear a lot of people talking about Stay Tuned, but this film just masters the form of parody in the sense that almost every single show that they go on is a gag.
Okay, I'm in some old movie. Must be on cable. I've been watching these things my whole life. I should know what to do.
And the little subtleties is what makes it extra hilarious.
And now, get in shape with the exercises.
Very good.
Like, there's so many play on words to the titles to match it to a horrendous outcome, I would say. It's really odd, but it so works.
Sundays at 8, different strokes.
Like a quick example is driving over Miss Daisy.
And all you SNL fans out there, Dwayne's Underworld.
It's party time!
Because like Wayne's World was huge then. A lot of the stuff that they're making fun of is like really popular. But I think the best one of it all, which is like the most meta, was Three Is Company.
Oh.
That's what John Ritter was known for. So to have him like do this little cameo in that show for a quick second was perfect.
Where have you been? We've been waiting for you.
One commercial section that I remember them seeing was Max Hell. Instead of the Max L commercials where the guy's sitting back and he's just getting his head blown off from the speakers. That was iconic for me, at least. It definitely left an imprint in my head.
I think one of my favorites, like aside from Dwayne's World, I think most people are gonna love that because Dwayne's World is just too cool.
Lady Naval, we salute you.
I really loved the Salt and Pepper
Oh my
music
God.
video. It cracked me up because Salt and Pepper were obviously massive back in the day. They're still massive. Like people love Salt and Pepper. But the fact that they were on HTV instead of MTV, so like Hell TV, and this is like the big showdown between like John Ritter's character and Jeffrey Jones' character, but they have to like dance around and they see the remote that they need to get so they can change the channel so they can get into a different world, because all this time his wife's been tied to some train tracks with dynamite, and so they're just like slowly dancing over to try and get this remote, and it's hilarious.
Sorry, Spike. You're canceled.
You got to start me.
And of course, growing up as a wrestling fan and the Super Mario Brothers Super Show,
If your sick is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
to see Captain Lou Albano right in the middle of the ring when they start off in like the wrestling match was a huge pop for me.
And a funny thing while we're watching, there was a big surprise, motherfucker. Eric King. It was like an intern for like the Hell TV.
Sir, this is Pierce, our new intern.
It was Eric King with hair. So it was really weird to actually pick them out.
Looks like that pathetic loser isn't gonna be as easy as we thought.
We noticed it almost at the exact same time. It's like, that's James Dokes from Dexter. What the fuck? He was a lot nicer in this. I mean, he's just trying to get ahead. I understand. It was only until he started smoking black cigarettes and using butane lighters where I think maybe this is the true backstory from Dexter. It's like, I've been through some shit, motherfucker.
Coming fresh off of SCTV fame is Eugene Levy as one of the other like producers of the show.
You can cool your heels in here for the rest of eternity if you kiss the right ass. These lips ain't calloused for nothing.
He did a great job as the demon Crowley.
This is our official scoreboard. Keeps track of the SBI's, souls, batted in.
Crowley was hilarious in the sense that he got sucked into the TV shows and he just wanted to like get back at Spike, but he was always having like an appendage or something like broken off, and he was just like the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
Oh, I love all the little jokes. And it's even nice to watch the credits because you can see that their team came up with a lot of different segments that they probably couldn't use, and they just throw in the title like Unmarried with Children.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's hilarious.
I would have liked to see a little more of Meet the Mansons.
It's Meet the Mansons with Tommy Spota as Chuck.
It's quite the adventure. I really like the music because it made you feel like you're just going through all of these different weird places with the gang, and you're hoping for the best, and you're hoping while they're overcoming all these obstacles that they bond their relationship.
Your success does not threaten me.
It does too.
It does not.
Because Helen, the wife, was on her way out. Like, she literally had packed her bags. She's like, I'm out of here. You can't just go and buy a big TV without talking to me.
I want a man who'd rather touch me than his remote control.
And then you have like this big ass like satellite delivered in the backyard. I'd be probably pissed if I just walked in and saw this huge thing.
I mean, if you're ever having problems with your marriage, all you have to do is become a cartoon mouse, because that was the turning point that saved their marriage.
He saw those rodent titties and was like, all right, I'm back in.
You just want some tail.
For a mouse, you look pretty sexy.
Too bad you didn't like the way I looked when I was human.
But that whole cartoon segment, it was one of the longer bits, but it was well done. Like everything they did, even though it was little shorts, it was well done and well executed. I was entertained, and coming back revisiting it, it's a huge nostalgia pop here. This is what we grew up with.
Yeah.
So when you're seeing it, you're remembering it for the nostalgia, and at the time, you're just loving all these references.
And from my standpoint, I don't think I'd seen this movie before.
Really?
Yeah. Whoa, you guys all look at me like I'm crazy.
You are.
He was too busy watching Problem Child.
I was really into puke and fart jokes back then. I've really came around on that. Yeah, I had not seen this, but I grew up in the 90s, so everything that they talked about made sense. And just seeing the different sets that they had, I was like blown away by the production value because there's just so much going on. And if I was a kid and watched this, of course it would stick with me. Like, I do have vague memories of that Dwayne's World, but I don't know if it's just because, like, I saw the trailer or something. But I don't remember the rest of it. I would have loved that fucking BMX bike, though.
Oh, yeah.
Lime green fluorescent shit? Come on.
We did glance over it, but Jeffrey Jones was a fantastic villain.
Absolutely.
Like, near the end with the showdown, where they're constantly going from, like, quick show to quick show, and they're always having their, like, face-offs with each other. He is the perfect villain for the 90s. He was great in this film.
What was really weird was hearing the terminology like rad and awesome and wicked and...
I say all that stuff still.
I know, but like it sounded like it was just put on just for trying to be hip for the time.
Oh yeah,
you know
where he's
I mean?
like, yeah, you got such a suck job.
My dad had this real suck job selling plumbing supplies.
I want suck jobs all the time. I'm gonna start because I'm a little unbiased. I had no nostalgia. I went in already hating Jeffrey Jones. I don't know why. Maybe he just got under my skin from Howard the Duck.
I'm dead.
Yes, you are.
You think that's funny, Jennings?
I'm not Jennings anymore. That I am now someone else.
But I really like this concept. The idea of just being sucked into the TV was really cool. It kind of slowed down when it had like all the train stuff, and I wasn't a huge fan, but I had a good time. I'll give this 3.5 hold my doors out of 5.
Revisiting this was awesome. I absolutely love this movie. I love the cast. John Ritter, may you rest in peace. We miss you. Fantastic actor. Eugene Levy, Jeffrey Jones. This was just a fun time. It's wholesome enough that it's a family movie, but there is that adult humor in there still that anyone can really watch it, and they're just really smart with their parodies. So with that being said, I can give this film 5 remote gunslingers out of 5.
I love this movie. It was so nostalgic. Everything about it just brought me back to like the 90s. I just can't imagine the fun that the cast could have had, or even the producers or whoever writes any of it was having fun doing all the parody names of all the shows that you could watch at the time. It was great watching the credits roll and have all these other things they couldn't even add into the movie. I have to say, I give this 5 napper crappers out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, links are in the description. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything here on Bloodbath TV.
Driving will never be the same. The Silencer of the Lambs. Silencer of the Pet sold separately.